What if I told you you could change the paradigm of your life in the next 90 days? Hi, Flourishing Forties. My name is Mofoluwaso Ilevbare, and today we want to talk about how to make a shift in your life in the next 90 days. 90 days is a very long time. If you want to make a shift this year and make this year one of your best ever, some of the things that you need to do is to start with self-reflection. Self-reflection is an opportunity to pause away from the noise, away from the distractions, and take some time to truly understand, what is the story I have been telling myself? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe my background had something to do with it. Take some time out and grab a journal and a pen and write down the story you have been telling yourself. There's something about awareness, acceptance, and then action. Awareness is the state of mind where you are more conscious of who you are as a person, the identity that you carry. The more awareness you have about yourself, about who you're becoming, about where you are, the easier it is to go into acceptance, which is, oh, I accept this state of being. Or, oh no, I need to do something different about it. And once you can accept that fact that you're declaring about yourself, then you can swing into action. For you to build a higher level of awareness, it requires self-reflection. When you take the time to assess that, it can help you to create empowering thoughts, empowering decisions, empowering stories that can move you further in your journey. The next thing, if you want to make a shift in your life, is to highlight limiting factors or limiting beliefs. What are the things that have been holding you back, and how can you move forward from them? Recognize how these factors have been influencing your life so far. Is it a thing? Is it a person? Is it thoughts? Do you constantly tell yourself that you can't make it, or you constantly downplay what you're doing already? You must learn to pat yourself on the back and highlight, oh, this is a limiting belief that I'm going to let go of this year. When you do that, you move yourself into a place of shift that can bring a difference in your life. The next thing you need to do is to imagine your ideal story. If you had to picture the next 90 days, where would you like to be? Who would you like to have become? Where would you like to go? Take a moment and write those things down, because the power of imagination is a beautiful gift we all have been given. You don't need to pay anything to imagine, but whatever dream you have will cost you something. So over the next 90 days, take a moment to think about, where do I want to be? Who do I want to have become? What do I wish I had learned? Where do I want to go? And take a moment to write those things down. The more you can imagine, the more you give yourself the opportunity to break limiting beliefs. And after you've done that, the next thing is to formulate your action plan. It's not enough to dream. It's important to be able to turn that dream into reality. I remember a friend of mine who always loved sports cars and Formula One, and always wanted to drive a sports car someday. And from time to time, we'll dream about it, we'll talk about it, we'll watch as many YouTube videos about Formula One, but then never went to a sports car facility to even try one out. It's been 20 years, and I don't think he's ever tried it out. We can dream, but turning that dream into reality takes creating an action plan. Whatever you want this year to be, it starts with a dream. And once you have that dream, the next thing to do is to create an action plan. How do I bring this dream into reality? An example could be, I want to improve my communication skills so I can speak and express myself more concisely. What do you need to do? You need to find a mentor or a coach in the public speaking space, follow them, learn from them, and then put on your camera and start practicing. Maybe for you, your thought is, oh, I want to take my business idea from ideation into reality. What would that mean? Maybe finding a business coach or someone who can help you in that space to move your idea forward. Maybe you're saying, oh, in my state of life, I want to have a happy marriage. What would that mean? That might mean you find a marriage coach, or you find a mentor, a couple who inspire you. And based on that, you can have a conversation with them, get to know what makes them tick. What are the things they think about? How do they make their marriage work? And learning from them can help you to know what to do next. Once you've got your action plan in place, you have to track progress and adjust your plans as you go. We all know that life happens, right? And sometimes your plans may not go exactly the way you want them to go. If that happens, instead of beating yourself up, you just have to look at your plans and see What do I need to adjust? Who can help me in this situation? Where did I go wrong and what could I do differently? We all know the poem about Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, and not even the king's men could put Humpty Dumpty together again. I dare say that if Humpty Dumpty had a higher level of self-awareness and a belief in their ability, Humpty Dumpty could have put himself or herself back together again. When you think of making a shift this year, have some self-reflection, highlight your limiting beliefs, imagine where you could be, formulate an action plan, and then track your progress and adjust. When you do that on a regular basis, I assure you that the next 90 days might be the best ever. If this has been helpful to you, I want you to tell me in the comment, how would you make a shift this year? What are you planning to do? And what's an empowering story that you can tell yourself? If you love this video, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And tell me what other topics you would like us to talk about as you navigate your 40s.